What's going on, guys? Today we're going to show you how to take a whole spare rib and trim it down to St. Louis cut ribs. It's what we typically turn in competitions. And then in tomorrow's video, we're going to show you our new rub that we're working on. It's a Cincinnati chili style rub, which, if you didn't know, is where I'm from. And when you think of Skyline, you think of Cincinnati chili. And I'm going to put it on ribs and see how it looks. Thanks. So here's our spare rib. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than the baby back ribs we worked on last time. You can see up top here is the brisket bone. This is where you get your rib tips, and down here, that's where we're going to be looking for our St. Louis cut. This is the cut we use for competitions, and for the trim and purpose of today's video is A, to practice trimming, and B, we're going to be trying out a new rub later on in a separate video. That rub, if you did not know, I'm from Cincinnati. We're doing the Cincinnati chili style rub with that, and I'm pretty excited to try it out. A little taste of home and something a little different than the regular rubs that we work with. So we'll flip this over. I got a little quick on the knife and I already trimmed a piece off. And yeah, so here's the back side of the rib. So this piece kind of came from like right here. We already trimmed that off. If we were going to do rib tips, which I think I might do, we would want to trim like this little guy off here. That stuff will burn, it won't cook. So now to get to a St. Louis cut, you want to go in third, fourth bone in to get to where you want your straight line. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of feel and kind of guide yourself where you want to start this, and from here you want to have a sharp knife. Yeah, we're going to go straight across. So there's your rib tips. Here's your ribs. From here, we're going to want to trim back, any excess that's hanging off here. You want to clean it up. You want, the more you shape the ribs prior to cooking, the better it'll look at the end of the cook. So here's kind of our St. Louis cut. We could cook it just like this, but this end piece, it's real thin. The bones that we care about kind of end about 12, 13 ribs you're looking for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ribs is what this is. I'm going to go back to about here. It's about the 10th rib and just square it off. Again, you could grill this, you could cook this, grind it up for sausage after you get the little cartilage bones out of there. Probably just toss it. So yeah, so here's your St. Louis. It's not as squared off uniformly as I'd like, so we'll kind of take off just a little bit more just to square it up. Yeah, that's good enough for today and what we're aiming to do. So kind of try and get all this extra flat meat off of here. So next we'll take the membrane off. Again, the trick is to hang it, kind of get a thumb under there. Get your paper towel. And get it to pool. This one doesn't want to cooperate like the last one, but it's not horrible.
A few moments later.
There's the membrane pooled. I'm pretty happy with everything on the back of this. Only one little bone poking out. So as you can see, we're fairly squared up. I could do a little better here. To really get this into a rectangle. So I'm happy with that. So on this side, you're not really going to do much. You can get a little bit of the fat off, but you don't want to take too much of it off, because fat is flavor. Like this gristle on the end, we'll take that off. Yeah. There's your St. Louis cut trim on spare ribs. And here is your rib tip. And this is just excess that we'll toss. So, yeah, that's about it for right now. All right, so you saw how we trimmed the spare ribs. I'm excited to show you how to cook it on the Traeger here next with our new Cincinnati chili style rub. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment, like, and share, and subscribe. And as always, go big or go barbecue.